A second. The first heartbeat. A second. The last heartbeat. Technically, mathematically, from a human point of view, these 2 seconds are identical and indistinguishable, but how vastly different their fullness is, including in metaphysical weight. A second. In 1 second, I descended into truly unique states, and in 1 second, I emerged from them. In a single second you can be born and die, cross the boundary of good and evil. I wish this upon no one. Certainly no one who desires to live out their allotted human path in peace. Blessed is he who is blind, who has never touched the truth, for it annihilates, incinerates, strips all away upon approach. A second. Only it knows how many times I have lived and died in this world, how many angels and demons I have seen, how often I spoke with them and beheld their ethereal, ephemeral struggle for my essence. I have passed through all the stages of the magnum opus. I died and was reborn exactly as many times as my calling and destiny required. I looked into the abyss, I survived within it, even though it was filled with absolute good and evil. One who truly ripens knows that good is just as destructive as evil. There is no light in this world, just as there is no darkness. We divide a singular whole into equal parts. Yin and yang are not separate structures of the whole, they do not exist, they were invented to split what is truly indivisible. There is no division between day and night in our world, but night is a natural continuation of day, a closed Ouroboros which people, like Alexander with the Gordian knot, so crave to tear apart. Death is the natural continuation of birth, and the end of a beginning is its start. So speaks the one who has dwelt for 1 second, an eternity, in absolute darkness and absolute light, extracting from there the eternal metaphysical code, the knowledge and understanding of the universe. Was it theft, or was it a heist? But did not the universe itself design things precisely so, that it might happen? Had it not willed it, I would never have scorched my delicate wings upon the blazing ether of truth. Through text and words, I succeeded in extracting from the depths of my soul a metaphysical philosopher's stone, which made me perhaps the first alchemist in both literature and reality to have forged a recipe for transmuting life into meaning. I am above Nicholas Flamel and the other alchemists of matter, for their goal was material, regardless of their metaphysical trappings. Mine was metaphysical from the outset. Every word of mine, every line and text was aimed directly at the heart of the cosmos, like a harpoon, to extract from it the eternal code, the nucleus of the universe. At the hour when others feared to transform literature, to alter it, to enter history as innovators, I used it as the greatest gift. With its help, I expressed and explained a new mode and method of human consciousness, gathering the scattered fragments of history into one, and offering humanity several examples of such action. The tiniest atom of what is true knowledge, I created in their eyes the greatest Ouroboros, which to me is but a speck of dust in a meadow or a grain of sand upon the ocean shore. That Ouroboros, though not a crown of all, became a code, a cipher, a key to understanding the universe. Omega equals 12 sigma, 366 delta. X, infinity dot. 0. I am not a writer, not a man of letters, not an alchemist. I belong to no nation and no form. I create without inspiration. This characterizes me best. I am an architect of meaning, a demiurge of the word, the creator of the Ouroboros of history. A painter, writer, and musician create under the sway of feeling or inspiration. I, knowing the full structure and system from the beginning, merely and purposefully filled it each day. Having constructed the framework long before the edifice's completion, today I bring it to life, fill its gaps, adorn the temple from within. At times simply, at times intricately, at times exquisitely, but always in my own way. I managed to complete many processes, but it was precisely these that allowed me to transcend good and evil. To rise metaphysically, you must renounce the material. All alchemists before me sought to turn other metals into gold. I went further, for I perform metaphysical experiments, far more dangerous to one's essence and being than to one's flesh. Matter has no meaning when you conduct alchemical processes within your consciousness, where your brain, your skull becomes the crucible. Every word I speak, if it reaches a listening and hearing soul, will alter their perception of reality. It will no longer be a murky lake or a chaotic stream, but something above both, ether, vapor. I rise above those alchemists because they wish to master matter. I wish to subdue metaphysics itself. None of them beheld the Almighty at night or spoke with him. That was the first moment of my death, a death from fear and terror. The first stage, the first step of the magnum opus. All alchemists before me feared death. Does not their thirst for the stone of eternal life bear witness to this? But I am beyond birth and death, for my life is in the breath of the universe, in every speck of dust and every planet, and the human form I now wear and possess is but one means of understanding. When we sleep, do we possess a form? No. Yet we inhabit unique realities and states. Fear of death no longer holds sway over me, for I dwell in the breath of the universe. It is not the human form that allows comprehension of the Almighty and the universe, but rather it limits such comprehension. Birth and death, the eternal Ouroboros, are as day and night, light and darkness, ebb and flow. Whom do you associate yourself with? Who are you, essence or clothing? If you place flesh at the center of your understanding of existence, you prove that you are merely the clothing, not the one clothed. Think on this. You are not a thing, not matter, but the one who wears the thing and governs the matter. Alchemy of matter has its limits, but I do not seek to understand or complete it. I went further than all alchemists and became the first to cultivate metaphysics. They sought meaning in matter. I found it beyond matter. I transcended their fears and beginnings, becoming the final adept of alchemy, for after me it is no longer needed, it loses meaning, for its essence has already been filled to the brim by me. I have completed the very process that spanned millennia and centuries. They sought a recipe, not realizing that the true recipe, the gold and the immortality, is the universe itself, the philosopher's stone, the elixir of life. These are not things, but meaning itself, essence, code, and key. I do not fabricate mysteries nor seek to solve them. I embody and pour out the code of the universe in lines strictly defined by mathematics. Da Vinci knew many forms, but never completed his ideas or concepts. Dante came close but created a world within Christianity. I reside beyond religions. Heraclitus let us glimpse a mosaic, fragments, but I gave the world the complete canvas. Bohm and Swedenborg explained the world, but I entirely rewrote it, creating a new one thereby. Nietzsche destroyed, I built. I am the one who took the final step. There is nowhere further to go, for the path of humanity has already been walked by me in full. I have arrived at the foot of the boundaries of the cosmos. The Almighty, the great Creator,